Coach, 52-42 over a gritty Oregon State game in the Civil War, and well, about the time people don't think a Civil War is going to be one, it is, and got the victory, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, the word is we won that game. Yeah, they played really well, particularly at the beginning of the first half, the first drive, which again is my fault for whatever reason. Didn't get off to a great start, and then at halftime we relaxed, and that can't happen against anybody. Doesn't matter who it is, and certainly not in this game. But at the same time, a ton of great stuff to build upon, and get kind of a chance at redemption to come back and find out where we end up, and come back together and compete like heck where we end up.
Yeah, late in that game, what was neat about it, I guess, you didn't want to ever let Oregon State back in the game, but when they got back in it, within three a couple of times, your offense responded each time instead of just sitting on the ball. They went into attack mode, and very important at that point in the game, particularly.
Yeah, two big drives that we finished there offensively with touchdowns. Could have ended the game a lot earlier in every phase. Offensively, had the turnovers. Defensively, a bunch of times. Special teams, some very uncharacteristic errors. And so again, everybody won the game together, and everybody can look at some things that we have to improve upon going forward.
And you talked about finishing at halftime when you talked to Joey Mack, and that was part of that third quarter piece of it when two drives get no points, the Beavers two drives the other way, it almost felt like a 28-point turnaround because of the finish piece.
No question. And that was, we had kind of talked all week defensively about putting together a complete game in the first half, really with the exception of that one drive was as close to that as we've been. And so just disappointing of how it ended up. Again, credit them on a lot of things they did and continue to compete and play hard as they have all year. And then again, we'll have a bunch of stuff to coach up and get right.
The balance was great. 308 through the air, 366 through the air, 308 on the ground, which is always important in games like this when they can't key in on one thing. Vernon Adams, again, 2 games in a row, and all season for the most part. The last 2 games, hot as a pistol.
Yeah, he did a good job once again of making some plays with his eyes downfield, kind of out of the system. Had a couple things earlier that the fourth down play that we'll go back and look at tomorrow, and he'll slap himself on the side of the head and fix immediately. But yeah, too many turnovers. We ended up with two turnovers and didn't get any, right? Or did we not have any turnovers? Did they not have any turnovers?
The interception.
Well, yeah, the one interception. Charles. Everybody thought, I think in the stadium, thought that was going to be a touchdown. He fell down. Looked like Jerry Allen on that one. But just again, yeah, we played well at times, played spectacularly at times, and played okay at times. One of those days.
You obviously pointed out the special teams when Victor Bolton took the punt return back for a touchdown, and not what you wanted to see. But Charles Nelson also put your offense back in some great field position, which was, in a way, kind of countered it and gave your offense a chance to operate quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. He had the big return and then the big run there in the fourth quarter. And then also, on that note, Ian Miller was medically unavailable today, so Matt Wogan stepped in his place. And yeah, we can't kick the ball down the middle of the field and give it to that guy in that kind of position.
Joe Walker was missed today. Your leading tackler wasn't able to play, and a lot of those yards were on the inside. Missed him today.
Yeah, I had some guys that had an opportunity to get some more reps than usual, both at linebacker and on the back end, and again, there's a bunch of things that we'll be able to get corrected.
6 wins in a row. Given everything that happened today and how the game played out and a hard-fought victory over the Beavers, 6 in a row, 9-3, 7-2. My hat's off to you and your team and your players. You guys have worked hard to put yourself in this position, haven't you?
Oh, absolutely. I think our guys worked their tail off, and that was what was so kind of doubly disappointing about just finishing today. But they shouldn't feel bad about that. Obviously we're going to focus on putting ourselves in that situation to where we are 9-3, and just again living to our standard, playing to our standard, preparing to our standard. And maybe not letting people tell us how great we are in the last week or so. We turned into brilliant guys again and great players, and maybe we listen to that too. And so a very valuable lesson to take from it on both ends of the spectrum from this year.
Well, today at Onset Stadium, we sent off a lot of seniors, a lot of great seniors that have played a lot of great football here. And so 6 wins in a row to finish the season, lining up for a great bowl opportunity, but most of all, their last chance at Oxford Stadium was a good one in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, just another awesome representation by our fans, and certainly, yeah, a bunch of guys that brought out a lot of tears. I think it's great that our senior ceremony is always really slow and there's a lot of tears. I think that says a lot about the type of guys that are in our program, and it was neat to see that, and sending them out on the right note was huge.
Well, we'll all sit around and wait for the bowl announcement when it finally does get here. You guys go back to work though. It doesn't stop, does it?
No, we will. We have our banquet tomorrow, and then all the coaches will be out starting on Sunday, recruiting basically almost 2 weeks straight. While the guys are getting ready for Dead Week and Finals Week, have to finish out strong there as well, and find out where we're headed.
All right, Mark. Well, congratulations again. 52-42 over the Beavers here at Oxford Stadium. We'll look forward to talking to you here in about a month or so. Congratulations.
All right, Jorgy. Thanks.
All right, Jerry, back up to you.
Before